Alright, I have 5 videos left. I quit a little early last night. So just to catch up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some photography stuff, since that is what I spent a lot of my time on this year, organizing and reformatting hard drives. So when I first got into taking pictures, I had... Actually, here's a picture of him. This little guy, an HPR 967, and he took like 10 megapixel pictures. It was very sad. That was my first real camera. I was absurdly excited about it. I took it over to friends' houses and we did silly things like this.
I see you.
We got his eyebrow out. It's pretty amazing.
That was 3 days after I got my first camera. That was Steve Cruz, and the voice you heard in the background, that was my voice. I looked like this. Not that I wore that in my hair all the time, but boy was I cute. And I did basically what everyone else who gets a camera does immediately. I took pictures of my pets. Sadie was not thrilled about this. Anyway, things progressed pretty quickly, and I saw someone using a Nikon D80 at one of the events I volunteered as a photographer for, and I was like, that's what I want. That's what I want for Christmas. So I saved up and I paid for half of it, and parents covered the other half. And then I began taking lots and lots and lots more pictures. This is a folder for every month I had my camera, and I took 400 gigabytes of pictures with it, for a grand total of, it's still counting the number of pictures I took, but in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. That camera got stolen while I was in Guatemala, which looked like this. It was really insanely pretty. Then insurance paid for me to get a Canon 7D, which was the first SLR that could do video, like 1080p video. Autofocus wasn't a thing back then, but I used it pretty regularly for 6 years. I took 4 terabytes of pictures on it. Probably more like 1 million pictures over the course of my entire college career, and then first year out of college, traveling, road trips, and that sort of thing. And then cameras just completely changed. So at that point, SLRs became like specialty high resolution devices that did video and pictures. iPhones got good enough to do what any of these 3 cameras could do. Actually better, with HDR built in and everything else. And then it became more about where you put the camera and less about the kind of pictures you could take. So GoPros and a little bit of film cameras and drones became the main way to take pictures. And this destroyed my organization system. So all those are in that folder. I started this folder this year to handle the fact that I use like multiple different cameras for every shoot now, and I just organize by month and project. If you've ever wondered how to organize a lot of pictures, just put a date, put a name that describes the project, and then put subfolders with individual parts of that project or the cameras you shot it on. And that's how I've gone from storing like 80 gigabytes on the first computer that I ever stored pictures on. It was an 80 gigabyte hard drive, so it was less than that. Then I bought a 300 gigabyte hard drive at Best Buy with Mom in 2008 that I was so stoked about, and a little surprised at how expensive it was. Then, well, I mean, several iterations since then, but now, this is a 40 terabyte hard drive, and this is a 40 terabyte hard drive. So now my work desk has 80 terabytes, and they're both half full, so, you know, just speeding along toward an infinite amount of data, and at some point, the pictures I take will take over all the hard drives in the world. That's the plan. Thanks for watching me talk about photography and stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.